What's up, y'all? This is your boy Gideon coming back again. Alright, so last time we talked, I told y'all about that sorry trainer I had at first. This time I'm going to tell you about the end. About, when I got my first truck. I should say the beginning. So, I get back from the trainer, I get back to the yard. I done got all my 240 hours of driving completed. I did my West Coast mountain. I did 2 West Coast mountains. I did some east. I did a stop in the northeast. I think it was Connecticut. And I saw the most deadest mall ever. That mall was so dead it wasn't even funny. And I had everything completed. They stopped off in South Carolina. I got my wife to come get me. She took me down to she took me back home to Georgia, and I spent my time there, my home time. And I went back and went to grad class. Grad class was pretty straightforward. Alright. They show us a bunch of videos. Oh, my bad. Videos are boring as fuck. They took us out to the yard. They had us do one last pre-trip, and they showed us how to, well, not showed us, but they watched us, back into a spot. Now, the spot that you back into on the yard, that shit's so fucking unrealistic. The spot you see on the yard, let's say this is your truck. Okay, this is the spot. Boom. What? No. This is the spot. Boom. Plenty of room, right? You still in there. Now, when you get in real life, this is the truck. This is the spot. You got just enough, like an inch of, not much space on each side. So, if you couldn't pass that test on the yard, that's nothing. So, I drive out. They gave me my first truck. It was a Kenworth T680. It was alright. It was like a 2017. But it smelled like dog. And I figured out why. While I was cleaning the truck, I looked up under the passenger seat. And that's when I saw a big ass dog bone and some dog hair. That's why I smell like dog. I cleaned that truck with bleach all over every surface. It should still smell like dog. But it was a more faint dog smell, so I managed for a few months. So, I'm happy. I got my own truck. I'm ready to go make some money. I got out, and I've been watching a bunch of YouTube videos from Jay Rich, Trucker Brown, LoSean Parks, the Wright brother, even the Asian My Show. I watch a bunch of trucking YouTubers, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take their advice because they know what this is. They've been doing this for years. I'm a sweet, like TB say, I'm a sweet meat rookie. So because I'm a brand new rookie, I was like, you know what? So be it. I'm just going to follow the expert advice because I don't know nothing. I know nothing. Nothing. So I get ready. They send me to my first shipment. Fairmont, Minnesota. I'm like, okay. I got my first load from Dallas to Fairmont, Minnesota. It's like 800 and something miles. Bet, let's do this. I get there. First mistake I made. I read the time for the appointment on the Qualcomm completely wrong. I read it completely wrong. I thought my appointment was 5 p.m. I forgot we were on military time. So, it just goes to show you can't avoid every rookie mistake. So, I go over there. And I get my Qualcomm blowing up from my DM. You're going to be late to final. I called him. I was like, how am I going to be late? It's not till 5. It was 5 a.m. I was like, oh, shit. Okay. What am I going to do? So I couldn't make it. Of course, I was already late. He called to see if they'll take it late. They say, yeah, they'll take it. But hurry up and get over there. I said, okay. I was still about 2 hours away. So I wake up. I start taking the load over. And before I can, really get on the road, I look and I saw a truck pass through this hotel. Now, at this point, I'm in Fort Dodge, Iowa. I see this dude pass through in the truck. And I was like, okay, well, I'm just going to go ahead and go through there and cut through there and get straight to the highway. I get over there. There is no pass through. Excuse me. He skipped over the median. My dumb ass is in this truck. I can't get over that. I was like, oh, man. So I said, well, I got to back up. So I started backing up. I couldn't quite turn it quite right because of the angle. And it was a light pole. I didn't want to hit the pole. The manager of the hotel said, hey, sweetie, it's okay. It happens all the time. Trucks get stopped all the time here. What you want to do is you want to back up into the grass, and then you'll be able to back, pull out and, get out. I said, you sure? She's like, yeah, I'm giving you full permission. Go ahead and back into the grass. I said, okay. She backed into, I backed into the grass. Another rookie mistake. You see, what happened was the ground was kind of wet at that time. And because the ground was wet, what happens to wet ground? It's soft. Yeah. And when ground gets soft, when dirt and grass gets soft, and you put a trailer with like 42,000 pounds on top of it, what's going to happen? If this is the ground, this is the trailer. Yeah. I had to eat some more crow. Had to hang my head, yo. I fucked up big time. So I called my driver manager. Look, man, I messed up big. What did you hit? I said, no, I never hit nothing. I ain't hit nothing. He said, well, what happened? I said, man, I'm in a ditch and I can't get out. My truck is falling and I can't get out. He was like, what? I said, yeah. I said, I need a tow truck and I know this is going to hurt. I said, I'm probably going to get fired. He said, no, man, you're not going to get fired for it. He said, they're probably going to charge you for it, but you're not going to get fired. I said, okay. So they called the tow truck. Fort Dodge Towing, I think it was called. They were the only tow truck in town. So they got that, hooked me up, pulled me on out. Now, my entire, let's say this is my trailer tandems. The ground was all the way up to here. I'm going to check the YouTube community tab. If I can post on the community tab, I'm going to post a picture. I'm going to post pictures of it because I was messed up. And I told the lady, I was like, they probably going to fire. She said, well, look, I'm going to tell you this. I said, they might not even take this load because it's late. She said, well, look, what company is it? And he told her, I told her the company. She said, well, that's one of our distributors. Well, I tell you what. If they fire you, I'm going to call them and if they won't take the load, I'm going to call that distributor and tell them we're not doing business with them anymore. And if the company fires you, I'm going to sue them for all the damage caused and all the missed business. She said, I'm going to get every dime I can out of them. And the employee said, she's telling the truth. She means that. She will sue. So I said, okay. And she gave me her card. Call me if they do that. I said, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So I go on about my business. I get everything going, and as I'm getting everything ready, they finally get me out. She gave me a bottle of water. She was so sweet. And when she gave me that bottle of water, I left. When I left, I got to the place. I got there late. Well, you thought it was over? No. Nah, it ain't over. My motorboat. My wife knows that very well. But anyway, I digress. So as I get there, like, I was so horrible backing. The way the building was shaped. Let me see if I still have that record. So some of y'all might know that shipper. Let me check my company driver stuff. Yep, here it is. Fairmont Foods, Fairmont, Minnesota. 828 North Prairie Avenue. B&G Foods Manufacturing. That's where it came from, B&G Foods Manufacturing. And I was taking it to Fairmont Foods in Fairmont, Minnesota. So, yeah, I got that from they got it from the border from Mexico, but I brought it on over. Record keeping is a must in this business. You want to keep records of everything. Like, I got this right here. All my stuff is in here. But anyway, I pulled up. The way the building was, there was a gate. Matter of fact, let me see if I could give you a good illustration. See if I can illustrate some things. Alright, so now keep in mind, my talent is not drawing. Alright, here's the front gate. I don't know if y'all can see that line right there. That's the front gate. Now, in front of the front gate is a road. That's my sorry interpretation of a road right there. So I had to pull back into the gate. Shit, I keep hitting the horn. I had to back into the gate, right? And when I backed in, I had to turn this trailer and back into the dock. Now keep in mind, this is my first load by myself ever. So the big L-shaped building, I back in. It took me forever. Now, there was another complicated point to this. There was a wall right here. So this is still to this day one of my most complicated backing. I might be the most complicating backing situations. And I hate backing from a street, but I had to back in through here, turn it, and then yeah. So that was kind of irritating. Good news is I didn't hit anything. I didn't. But the bad news is it took me an hour to back the damn thing and get it in the gate correctly. One guy, he was one of their drivers. He got in. He tried to do it. He like, man, I don't understand. Your truck doesn't turn like mine. He had a Freightliner. He had a better truck. I had a Kenworth. Freightliners are the best trucks, period. From what I've seen and from driving both, Freightliners are the best truck. That's why I'm glad I got this 2019 Cascadia, baby. Yeah. So I back into the truck, to the dock eventually. It took me 45 minutes to an hour or something like that. It was an absurd amount of time. They load me up. Well, excuse me, they unload me. The guy said, what's going on? I said, look, man, I'm sorry. This is my first load. I'm not used to backing. He was like, oh, you're another F&G. I said, F&G? Fucking new guy. I said, yeah. He was like, it's all right, man. We're all F&Gs at some point in time. He said, don't sweat it, man. You're good. You're good. We'll get you unloaded in no time. They unloaded that truck in 15 minutes. So I was like, okay. I was unloaded. Before I could even finish, putting in the empty car, I had a pre-plan put on me. I finished the empty car. I was dispatched on the next load. Went to go pick up the next load from Schuyler, Nebraska. That load went from Schuyler, Nebraska to Bronx, New York, to Jessup, Maryland, and finally to Baltimore, Maryland. Now I'm like, hold on now, I'm brand new. Even I know New York City is not a place for a brand new trucker to go. They organized a repower. The repower took the load, and he delivered the Bronx portion and brought it back to me. So I was good on that. I was happy with that. As long as they, and I still got the extra stop pay for both of them. Actually, they paid me for both, so I was cool with that. But man, I stressed, because I was like, man, they sending me to New York City. I ain't ready for this. I keep hearing about these low bridges. If you miss a turn, then my dumb ass will miss a turn. I ain't the brightest bulb in the bunch, all right? I'm not. I'm not the dumbest, but I'm not the brightest bulb in the bunch. So I was like, I'm going to miss a turn. And the next thing you know, I'm going to be at a low bridge and I'm about to top my truck. But they took it. All I had to do was go to the Vince Lombardi Travels Plaza. They came and got the trailer. We swapped out. I took my break. And then when he came back, I had a full drive shift. And I went on over to the next one. But anyway, that's the next one. So I'm gonna drop this video later. So if y'all see me wearing the same shirt a couple of times on a few videos, it's because I'm shooting them all at once while I have the time, while I'm waiting for a meat load. All right. Appreciate y'all checking me out. If you like my content, please hit the like button, the thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and then click the little bell that bing right next to the subscribe button, so you can know whenever I shoot videos. Help me grow this channel. If once I get to 1,000 subs, I can start going live. Once I go live, you can see what happened as I see it. You feel me? So help me out, y'all. Just trying to grow, trying to be the new trucker. Let y'all see a rookie's perspective. All right, deuces.